Hey, I'm Zack, America's #1 practical nutrition coach, here with the truth about vitamin D. Now, a lot of people are very much into vitamin D right now, especially since it's turning into fall, winter months when, especially where I'm at in New York, you don't get a lot of sunshine and you don't make a lot of vitamin D. Because the best source of vitamin D is going to be about 10 to 15 minutes, 2 or 3 times a week of sunshine to your arms, neck, and face. That's the top. That's going to produce the most vitamin D in the body, and you won't have any risk of overdosing because there's a built-in mechanism to stop that. However, vitamin D supplements are very popular as well because people don't always have the time and the ability to go outside, especially when it's cold and you have to expose your skin to the sun. It's not comfortable for a lot of people. But the issue with vitamin D is that a deficiency in vitamin D is very rare. According to the New York Times, only about 6% of the entire population between ages 1 to 70 have vitamin D deficiency that will affect them enough to affect their skeleton and all that stuff. Um, so, when you take the vitamin D test and you take it into your own hands to supplement with vitamin D because you think that you need it, you can actually overdo it. Now, a lot of research from consumerlabs.com has looked at vitamin D and they found that it's not an issue of more is always better. It's a U-shaped curve. So, in terms of risk. So, what that basically means is that if you have too little vitamin D, you have issues. You typically have like rickets or osteoporosis or a whole bunch of other stuff that is linked to vitamin D. There's over like 500 metabolic reactions linked to vitamin D. Can't go into all those now. But if you have too much, you can actually have a lot of the opposite issues come. One of the most common ones is going to be too much calcium going into your bloodstream, leading to things like kidney stones and calcification of cells and joints and things like that. Really, what the issue comes down to is you want to have, yes, a sweet spot of vitamin D of around 40 microliters per, no, 40 micrograms per deciliter or some crazy measurement like that. But the issue is that everyone looks at this in isolation. Vitamin D is just one nutrient, just one vitamin. And when you get it in the supplement form, it's just one form of that one vitamin. There's a whole rainbow of vitamins. There's active vitamin D, there's inactive vitamin D, um, just to name two. But it gets even more complex when you look at the whole system. So in bone health, you have vitamin D that helps bone health and interacts with calcium. You have vitamin K that helps shepherd the calcium to the bones. You have magnesium that works as an antagonist to calcium to help balance things out. Those are just the vitamins. That's not including the different enzymes, the different hormones, the different other compounds in the body at play here. It's a very, very complex issue. And so if you just go and increase vitamin D, you are causing havoc with the other balance of nutrients out there. So, what I recommend is to keep your vitamin D levels between definitely over 20, but between about 35 to 45 units just of the circulating vitamin D in the blood. And anything above that can be dangerous. Anything below that can be dangerous as well. Once you get to that good point, you could always test and tinker and see how, as an individual, you feel. Because maybe your body uses more vitamin D because you have, a slightly different metabolism of calcium in your body compared to the person next to you. But that's getting way too complicated to this video. It's going way too deep into it. So I'm going to just cut it off right now and say that if you like this video, subscribe to the channel to find out more. I'm Zack Zeller from DailyNutritionHQ.com. Have an excellent day.